Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the first ever UCW Passport to Glory ladder match. We've got Jonathan Cross, Adam Thomas, Kwame, Andy Andrews, and Tony Diano going at it in a 5-way TLC ladder match, because 25 feet up in the air, there's a briefcase that every male wrestler on the world-class roster wants to get their hands on. And because Adam Thomas is technically me, he gets an opportunity at it. Because that's how shit works around here at the moment. Once there's more actual people, obviously everything's fair. Making their way to the ring first in this history-making match, we've got Andy Andrews, former UCW television champion. Andy Andrews, ever since he lost his championship a few weeks ago, has been looking for an opportunity to get back on top of any division here in UCW. This match right here is an incredible starting point for him. For example, Nate Nazareth of Friday Night Fights cashed in last Friday after Bradley Sparks got out of a match, beat him, and is now the light heavyweight champion. Now making their way to the ring, Adam the Reaper Thomas. Adam Thomas, on a severe losing streak here in UCW, has not had a match despite won a match despite competing in almost every single episode of UCW World Class. Looking to take this briefcase as an opportunity to get away with theft. Hoping that if he is able to obtain the UCW World Championship, he will be able to keep the UCW World Championship. Take Ricky Swartz as an example, though, that is not always how it goes. Ricky Schwartz was a dominant champion for 1 month straight here on UCW, and then lost in a one-on-one steel cage match to the current champion, PJ Thunder. That match to decide the true champion is actually later tonight. Stick around to check it out. And if you want a chance to beat Adam Thomas, make sure to post your created character with the hashtags UCWEF and UCWUU, next gen and last gen. I'll find you. Comment to let me know that you did it, and we can get this shit going. Now our third contestant in this ladder match, TLC match to be more specific, we have absolutely none other than the one and the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Jonathan Cross. I only hyped him up so much because I was just waiting for it to, start. I was waiting for him to show up. Honestly, needed it to tell me who was coming out. Didn't feel like having to cut out the blank space, so I was just trying to fill it. Jonathan Cross, not very well known here on UCW, looking to change that. Only a handful of matches in his repertoire. Portfolio not very large. This match had an incredible opportunity to change that. My hair be doing this. I don't understand it. And now making their way down to the ring, the fourth contestant in this match here on UCW World Class, the first ever Passport to Glory briefcase holder, is going to be here tonight. Kwame making his debut. Kwame been signed since the beginning of UCW, but due to some rights issues and some injury concerns, he sat out for the first month. Getting the fast track to this opportunity because Kwame was supposed to be a member of the first ever UCW World Championship Triple Threat match. Missing out on an opportunity because of a torn calf. He is now looking to make up for lost time. And lastly, making his way down to the ring, the elegant one, the son of UCW, Tony Diano, pure Italian heat, $5,000 jackets, $10,000 shoes. Tony Diano took what Ric Flair used to talk about and lives it. Despite countless conversations with the board of directors of UCW, those rings are still yet to come off his hands while he's in the ring. Kind of annoying. As the CEO, commissioner, creator, and announcer, and booker, and promoter, and talent, I do everything. I do it all around it, Mo. You know what I'm saying? 5-way ladder match underway. Chaos in the ring. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, as I try and remember names and try and pay attention to what's going on. Tony Diano just caught Adam Thomas with a huge kick to the face. He rolls. Is that Kwame? Yes, it is. Kwame not looking good. Andy Andros with a big attack. Adam Thomas with a huge kick to the gut of Jonathan Cross. Tony Diano just flipped Adam Thomas over his shoulder and kneed him in the face. Jonathan Cross with a big elbow to Tony Diano. Now he's focused on Adam Thomas. He's got him up on his shoulders. Adam Thomas fighting out. Andy Andrews and Kwame on the outside. Big elbow to the face of Adam Thomas. He's got a table. Tony Diano sends Jonathan Cross to the outside. Adam Thomas sets up the table on the inside of the ring. Jonathan Cross with a table of his own on the outside. He sets that one up too. Tony Diano with some big elbows to Adam Thomas. Huge kick to the face. Adam Thomas evades the ring. Kwame now on the inside with Tony. Adam grabs the table, sets it back up. Not sure what the point of that was. Knocks it back down. All about wasting time here on UCW World Class. Jonathan Cross makes his way back up to his feet. Tony Diano with a big attack on the inside of the ring. Andy Andrews takes him down. Thomas back up to his feet. Jonathan Cross remains conscious. Collar and elbow tie up. Andy Andrews gets sent into the barricade. Thomas goes back underneath the ring. He's got a chair. Misses the chair shot. Andy Andrews with a big kick to the face. Thomas able to get back up somehow. Takes Andy Andrews back down to the ground. Kwame bounces Jonathan Cross off the top turnbuckle, and Tony Diano and Kwame staring at each other like rock'em sock'em robots in the middle of the ring. Adam Thomas breaks that up. Big kick to the gut from Andy Andrews. Drops Adam Thomas down on his back. He's got an armbar locked in. That is not a way to win this match, and Andy Andrews knows it. Working the opposite arm now. Kwame standing in disbelief, focusing on Andy Andrews as soon as the time rises. Kwame, what's he looking to do? Andy Andrews fights back. That table has fallen down. Kwame's on the outside. Andy Andrews looking for a DDT. Adam Thomas has got him. Big elbows from Tony Deano. Fighting back against Adam Thomas. Big kick to the face. Andy Andrews sets up the ladder in the middle of the ring for the first time in this match. The back of the head of Jonathan Cross. Adam Thomas on the outside. Tony Deano goes up the ladder. Cross meets him with a forearm across the back. Adam Thomas on the inside. Tony Deano struggling to get one hand on the briefcase. Adam Thomas, leg drop to Kwame. Tony Deano's got one hand on the briefcase. Jonathan Cross up on the top rope. Adam Thomas with a table. He's got a standing moonsault on Kwame. Tony Deano's about to grab the briefcase, everybody. Tony Deano steals the briefcase. Nobody paid attention to Tony Deano. And Tony Deano pulled off an incredible feat here tonight, becoming the first ever Passport to Glory briefcase holder. Stealing the opportunity away from much better talent like Kwame. Much more experienced talent like Adam Thomas. Former champions like Andy Andrews. Tony Deano, ladies and gentlemen.